Hey there. I just had a new member in my Stubborn Child Solutions Facebook group who asked me, what do I do about my child who's hitting? So if you have a child who's hitting, this video is for you. I'm going to go through some of the do's and the don'ts that are really important if you want to move the needle to making sure that you are helping them with self-regulation, helping them to become responsible, making sure that they don't become a bully later on, and make sure they're not hitting their sibling or you. If you happen to like this video, I sure would appreciate a big thumbs up. So here's the thing. In the moment, we can turn into mama and papa bears, and we can get incredibly enraged and frustrated, which is totally understandable because part of our job as parents is to keep and maintain our child and home safety. Is that not true? So I just want to give us a bit of a, I don't say a complete free pass, but just an acknowledgement of how difficult this is to do. But if you have a child who is repeatedly hitting, then there's something more to look at. And the first thing I want you to look at, the do's, is around walking your talk. Are you walking your own talk in terms of your own self-regulation, or are you losing it? Are you patting them on the butt or doing things like that? Because oftentimes, kids watch what we do far more than they ever listen to what we say. So we want to make sure that we are also doing what we need to do. The second thing is to not, this is one of the nots, don't discipline in the moment. So oftentimes our kid is like, I don't know, maybe they're frustrated that they didn't get to have a second dessert like they wanted, or that their sibling got something they didn't get to, and they're going completely berserk. So if they're going postal on you, that is not the time to be like, that's it, young lady, young man, you get to your room right now. I don't want to hear this lip. Because what happens is we are adding total fuel to this angry child cycle in a time where someone's needing to anchor the calm. And that one ought to be you because it's not going to be your child, right? So again, easier said than done. And I'm not saying that there are no consequences or anything like that. But that is the time, instead of going from this is intolerable, go to you must be really upset right now because in our family, we don't hit. What do you need right now? Now, they might tell you, like, I need to have, iPad for another 3 hours, whatever it is. It doesn't mean you need to give in. It does help to be more understanding because the more compassionate understanding you have in the moment, and it can sound like this, oh, you're really upset because you really love your iPad time and want more time. Is that right? And they'd be like, yes, it is right. Like, as a parent, as a loving parent, I can't do that for you, but I can see you're really, really upset right now. The next thing is to solve it, but not in the moment. So I like to think of this like, let's say you've got this mini tornado, which might be a 3-year-old or a 6-year-old for all I know. But when your mini tornado is going, that is not the time. We can't like put our hand out and stop a tornado, right? But after the tornado is finished, that's when we can look at our house and say, you know what? We need to put up reinforcements. We need more shutters on the glass windows so not everything breaks. And what this can look like is, doing some mindfulness training with your child. That might be there's like Breathe Like a Bear book. Maybe you start reading that, but then you also want to be practicing it and practicing it when they're not, a scale 10. Um, it's when they're actually calm. That's the time to be practicing it. Because then in the moment, when you can see them being really upset, you can say, hey, I can really see, here's my dog. I can see you're really upset right now. Well, would it be useful to breathe like a bear? And they might say like, no, it would not. And be like, okay, well, you know what? I'm starting to feel upset. So I'm going to go breathe like a bear. I'd love it if you want to come join me. So there's the invitation. And then it's talking about it when things are calm. So you can easily at that time say, like, maybe might be that night when you're cuddling and having a good bedtime story, might be like, hey, would it be okay if we talked about what happened today? Our family stands for kindness. Was that really kind? Now, here's the thing. If you're still really angry, if you're still really activated and triggered, they're not going to feel like safe enough to be able to share. And they won't be coming from a place of finding solutions, which is exactly what you want to be doing. So I'm curious, how are you dealing with the child hitting right now? Is there anything that I said that makes sense to you? Anything you want to add? Maybe you have your own hacks that you found. I would love, love, love to hear from you. And I want to end with this. Thank you for all you do day in, day out as your child's parent. I know it is not a sprint, it is a marathon. You, my friend, are doing it. You're showing up here. If you are wanting more support, community, please join me over at the Stubborn Child Solutions Facebook group. I would love to hear from you and support you. Until then, take care. Bye bye.